but he was having some serious technical difficulties. Jamaica, just pray for me to be able to pull through this interview tonight. Jamaica, an announcement was made today that the British monarch will be paying out trillions of dollars in reparations. Trillion of dollars in reparations. According to the report, Britain owes trillion US dollars to 14 countries that it had colonized. Of that sum, 9.5 trillion US is owed to Jamaica. Spain has a reparations debt of 17 trillion US dollars. Of that sum, Jamaica is entitled to just over 1 trillion US dollars. Wow. King Charles, of the 9.5 trillion, Jamaica is only going to get 1 trillion US dollars. Let me join with me tonight, political historian, social commentator, Mr. Jerry Bonga Small, to join us in studio.
You're hearing me?
Good night.
Yeah, good night. You hear me?
Yes, you'll be in studio shortly.
All right, good. Okay,
Greetings,
good.
Bonga Jerry Small.
Yes, sir.
9.5 trillion, but Jamaica is only going to get 1 trillion US dollars. What's your argument on that, Jerry Small?
I just want to make sure that you hear me, okay?
We're hearing you. We are hearing
me, all right? All right, good.
Yes.
Well, I was at the symposium today there when it was announced and the details explained by Mr. Justice Patrick Robinson, retired International Court of Justice member. Also by Mr. P.J. Patterson, past Prime Minister, who has a strong interest in this, and as a senior lawyer, helps to explain the legal implications and the possibilities, and he is confident of the possibilities. And also an American historian and other, I don't remember his name, but he's qualified in other respects, and he conducted a study of the history of the reparation movement. And yes, there was Professor Vereen Shepherd chairing it. She is practically the leading lady of the reparation movement in Jamaica. And there were a few other people. Pardon me if I don't remember all of them. Well, trillion. A trillion is how many billion? A billion is 1,000 million. And could you remind me what a trillion is?
Probably 10,000.
Is it a million?
Probably. I can't do the maths. You have to do it for me, Jerry. And me and you don't look like we're mathematicians. So
but it is many multiples of a billion. A billion is 1,000 million. And I think that a trillion is many multiples of a billion, more than 10. They have calculated the losses to our people and the benefits to the exploiters, both ends of the equation or of the calculation. And they are, I don't think they have been easing up in their calculations. They were requested and encouraged to ease up and make it more conservative, not to make it an extreme estimation. But I think they have made it, and they've calculated it, both the hundreds of years of enslavement of our people, and also the nearly 200 years since the so-called abolition of enslavement. There's a strong argument by the retired International Court of Justice Judge, Mr. Patrick Robinson, that no individual members of the population should not get a money. If this money was to be divided, each member of the population would get a substantial amount of money. But this learned
so what is Judge Robinson arguing?
That idea of a payout to individual people.
So yes, what is if Justice Robinson is arguing that the ordinary if Justice Robinson is arguing that the ordinary Jamaican shouldn't get it, who is he arguing should get the money? The government of Jamaica?
No. The people, the population together should get the money, and the money would be used to develop the population together.
But understand? I don't. So who would administer that money being spent for the population?
No, the main safeguard that most people are demanding is that this money would not be handed over to the sitting government.
Repeat that, Jerry.
This money would be administered. Most of the experts, and especially the legally trained people, are arguing, and this is a widely accepted view, that the money will be handed over to the entire population together, like how the land in the world is handed over to the entire population together, but it has been robbed. The water, the fresh water in the world has been handed over to the entire population of the world, but it has been robbed and controlled by the few people who control arms, and all of the resources of the world has been handed over to the entire population of the world. Reparations is a seeking of repairing and repaying all the people who have been robbed by handing over all the resources to them together.
So when it is handed over together, when the resources are handed over together, Jerry, who is going to be overseeing those money? Who is Justice Robinson arguing would be?
Hold on. This reason has been going on many years before, more than 100 years. So it is understood that it is not any who this money should be handed over, not any individual or group of individuals, but an apparatus. Government is an apparatus. Government is not a set of people. The modern politicians and the ancient politicians have robbed the control of government from the people together, and have controlled the governments all over the world as a group of people. It's a robbery when a group of people control the government of a state or a country. It's a robbery. So therefore, government and the state is an apparatus, like how the link between me and you on this phone, on this internet, on this YouTube is a link. It's not one place. I have a phone here. You have your equipment in the studio. There's an international link through electronics and science, and all of it together is an apparatus. You understand that?
So if it's the apparatus, it's an apparatus, but who is going to manage the apparatus?
I am telling you that we cannot. That is what is not supposed to be. No chief, no person in control. That's what I'm telling you. Government is not supposed to be controlled by any chief or any person in control. When somebody is chosen as a president or a chair of a meeting or an organization, they are chosen to keep order, not to control. When a policeman is in the middle of a square directing in traffic, he is not the governor of traffic. He is the servant of traffic, and he is directing order in the road. The chair of a meeting is not a boss of a meeting, but is conducting order between the speaking and the topics to be discussed. But human beings have carried out seizure of power in meetings, in apparatus, and in government. And that is what we are in the procedure of correcting here now. Modern government is not a rulership, it's a service, and we will not stop till we put modern government at the service and under the control of all of us. No set of people, no chairman, no president.
So, Mr. Jerry, if you're arguing that it's going to be an apparatus and it's going to be controlled by the people, what you're going to say when this prime minister going to tell Britain and US that he want the money?
He may not get it. When I say may, I don't mean might not. He may not, like you say, you may not do so. He may not get it. It might cost him. It will cost him his career and more. And
what
anybody, any group of people, it costs mean you will lose that and get something else. Costs mean that you lose something and you get something else with it. You might lose your job and get a correctional service scholarship. You might get a scholarship in the to the correctional services.
What you mean? It might end up in being sanctioned by the US and Britain?
We, the diaspora of Africa, in the different territories, islands, states, and continents, will not allow any government, any party, any politician to take control of reparation wherever we are. Other people can allow them, politicians, to take control. We will not do so. We are about to nationalize Jamaica. Do you understand that?
What do you mean by nationalize Jamaica? You mean that you're going to take a coup against the government?
Hold on, one question at a time. What do you mean by nationalization? Now, when you realize something, that thing exists already, but you never know say it's real. When you realize it, you make it real or allow it to be real in your mind, that you can know say a car is coming, don't walk out in the road. You realize that a car is coming. When you realize that your two parents have passed away and them leave the house to you, when you go to the house and when you get the papers for them will, and when you go to the government and register the fact that you were the person who their will was that you must get the house, and the house hand over to you, you have realized your parents' last will and testament. Andre must get the house. You make it a reality. So when you realize something, you make it a reality.
So Queen Elizabeth II, what was in the will?
Hold on. To nationalize a territory. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you because tonight
when you nationalize a territory, all right. When a set of people nationalize a territory, they make that territory into a nation. Whether it's a small island or it's a whole continent, you make it into a nation. We are about to make Jamaica into a nation. Jamaica was not made into a nation in August 1972. It was a con game, and we are about to nationalize Jamaica, make it into a nation. Like when you realize something, you make it real.
So yes, for these 60 years we have been here, we have not. Wow. It is
not a nation. It is an impersonation of a nation. And it is a fraud. It is a fraud. Just like how when England said that they were abolishing slavery. And they announced that they're putting aside some money to give every individual African, just like how every Jamaican might be expecting to get a couple million out of the reparation now. And they announced that they have 20 million to give the African who freed from slavery. And then they tricked the African and handed it over to the owner of the estate, said them paying them to lose them property, which is the niggers. That was a fraud and a trick. And the so-called nation that was declared in August 6, 1962 was an next fraud and a trick. They handed it over to Bustamante and Manley and the PNP and the JLP. It was a fraud, and we are getting them under control. Both of them know, Andrew Holness and Mark Golden and his colleagues, and both of them colleagues know that the game is, and we, the population of Jamaica, are in the process of nationalizing Jamaica.
Who are we?
We are the population of Jamaica, overwhelmingly African. There are people in Jamaica who are not African, who are not descendants of the prisoners of war that we have been for 500 years. But the vast majority of the population of Jamaica is the African with a small amount of the original, the previous inhabitants, the so-called Arawak, Carib, or Taino. The Taino and the African is the overwhelming population of Jamaica. That is who we are, with some other people who came in with us, after us, some before us with at gunpoint, them come capture we.
So you're arguing tonight that for the very first time in history, after 60 years, is going to be the first attempt.
61
years.
61 years.
So you're saying
you're going to be what?
A nation, after the true what? Nation of Jamaica.
For the first time, Jamaica is going to be nationalized. It's going to be turned from a colony into a nation of the Africans and the people who are here before the Africans, the Taino.
So what about the Maroon?
The Arabs, hold on, the Arabs, the Chinese, the East Indians and some of the Europeans may enjoy the nation that we, the African, will make out of this territory. Territory means land. Come from the word terra, which means earth, terra, territory. A piece of land with an outline, whether it's outlined by sea or by border.
Okay. And you're saying through this nationalization, the people of the true Republic of Jamaica will be the apparatus to spend this reparation fund?
No, the apparatus is a set of machinery to carry out a job. The internet and your phone and my phone together, making me talk with you and making other people listen, is an apparatus. A crane that lift up concrete up into the air and dump it down into the farm is an apparatus. The traffic light system is an apparatus. It is not people. The state is not people. It is an apparatus. Politicians have been impersonating the state and claiming that them is the state and them is the government. They are not the government. They are officers of the government who been thieving.
Oh, okay. So how do you propose for these funds to be spent?
These funds are compensation and satisfaction for our 500 years of capture at gunpoint and exploitation of our muscle and our brain. They have to be spent in the benefit of all of us together. The water supply in Kingston, who does it benefit? The water supply in Kingston, who does it benefit?
The Kingstonian?
No, the Kingstonian plus anybody who happen to be in Kingston and turn on the pipe or go to the pipe side and catch water. Not only the citizen, not only the Kingstonian, but the man who come from country and the woman, whoever is in the territory of Kingston in the time, benefit from the water supply of Kingston. The benefit must be available to all in the territory. So you build things that will benefit all. And there are many things to be built that will benefit all. And then now you will have offices of services to situate that everybody benefit. You will have people who are running the water supply, and you will have a security service guarding the water supply. You will have a security service guarding the public transportation. You know, say you're supposed to have a security service guarding the public transportation. Every one of these different departments should have a security service. You know that? You know that the taxi man them, they will protect each one of these institutions. The water security service will prevent people from. Listen to me, please. Please listen. Please listen to me. The security service for the water supply will situate so the water process clean and will situate so nobody can poison the water. The taxi security service will situate so nobody no rob taxi man and gateway and taxi woman. The gas supply for the taxi man them, the whole taxi community together. I recommend it to them for years. I run taxi for 27 years. I recommend to the taxi man and taxi woman for years. Get together and open a chain of gas station around the island. You sell the gas to taxi man and taxi woman cheaper, and you are assured of a gas supply when government want to lock off gas from taxi. And every one of the services must have them security. The University of the West Indies have a security team up there with guard the student, although some students still get raped. When you're doing it properly, no guy can come on the campus or outside. No guy can follow a university student go to Harbour View and take her away and rape her, just because I'm used to carry her home all the while. The services must serve everyone, not only the citizens of Jamaica, but anybody passing through Jamaica. A visitor to Jamaica must get clean water for drink. A visitor to Jamaica must be safe from robbery. If a visitor to Jamaica want people to go and give them children some little lesson while them depend on 1 month tourist holiday, them suppose you can find some teachers that specially supply to teach little children who are attached to guest house and hotel. All these things are possible, and all of them can be paid for. All of them will be paid for if money is spent in the interest of the population. If the African is properly treated, the Indian in Jamaica go and benefit from the proper treatment of the African. The Syrian go and benefit, the Jew go and benefit, the European go and benefit. If the streets of Jamaica are safe for the African, the Jew will be safe in the street, the European will be safe in the street. Right now, mostly the Jew and the European, and most of them are safer in the street, and the African is quite unsafe, because most of the security services they pay attention to who have land and money, and therefore the minorities, for the most part, except for the Indian, the East Indian, the minorities have extra protection over the rest of the population. Because there are so many East Indians who are working class people, the East Indians suffer almost the same kind of unsafety like we the African. The Chinese, very few of them will suffer the exposure to crime and violence that the Africans suffer. Yes, they will be robbed from at their businesses because plenty of money is there. But generally speaking, they are less of a target because they have the protection that they need. The Indian, I don't know if it's because the Indian is also black. Why so many of the Indian population is working class, but the rest of the minorities enjoy. And I'm not talking this against none of them. I have brethren and friends and people that I love in every racial group in Jamaica. The fact is that the African almost completely and the majority of East Indian suffer extra danger because most of them is working, so-called working class. In other words, it's them do the work for wages or for nothing at all. And they suffer less protection than the minorities, because you know that the Chinese who came here under the same condition like the Indians, they have less poor Chinese. One of the reasons is that the Chinese are organized to take care of one another. You have the Chinese Benevolent Association. Benevolent means good works, good action. The Chinese have a benevolent association that look out for all Chinese and rescue them off of the street, and them have Chinese school. The Indians also have that, but not as much as the Chinese. So you find that you find very few Chinese that is poor and working class, and you will find far more East Indian working class like the African, although you have a minority of East Indian who are very prosperous. I would have grudged none of them for their prosperity.
I'm hearing you. You asked me to listen, so I'm listening. I'm hearing you. You can speak.
Yes, man, but I pause. I put on pause now. What else again we can discuss? I have some more things to discuss, but I want to hear you.
No, man, I really wanted to give clarity on the whole issue with the reparation funds, but majority of Jamaicans.
Reparations. Yeah, reparations is an opportunity for the African right around the world to develop a new form of government, an improvement of all of the form of government that has been in the earth previously. So that to administer the reparation, we will have to build a special apparatus to administer the reparation. An apparatus as important as government itself. The state is one apparatus to run the affairs of a territory, well, to run the affairs of a set of people who are being compensated. We will have to have an equal apparatus that specifically will be spent in the interest of those people who have suffered 500 years of deprivation, and they will be compensated to the extent that even them past generation were dead and gone, we will be the inheritors of all of the compensation that all of the people dead and gone get, and we will take care of it as a caretaker for the generations to come. You understand them kind of apparatus there? That's how families work. Families inherit the work of many generations and then make a pledge, say, we will take care of this heritage. Heritage means what you inherit. We will take care of this heritage and we will not make it go down. We will make it get better and hand it over to the future generation. People are talking about the youth is the future. The youth is not the future. The youth is the present. So first, the living youth, we're going to hand over what is here. And those living youth going to reproduce more younger youth and make sure, say, them hand over the territory in a better condition than when we did get it. That's how the apparatus going to build brick by brick apparatus, better than any form of government before. Capitalism is a form of economy. Communism is a form of economy and a form of government. And both of them are most imperfect. But capitalism produces the most wealth. But it produces it for a few people. You know what capital means, Andre?
I'm listening to you, sir.
No, I'm asking you if you know what capital means, because you're going to help the public understand.
I've been trying for the last 20 minutes to understand.
No, I don't want you vex. We are cooperating.
We're not upset, Jerry, but
you know
what you're doing is speaking in Mr. Small, Uncle Jerry Bongo Small. The amount of parables that you're speaking in, the entire nation is not understanding it tonight. All I'm asking, Uncle Jerry,
hold on.
You say I must shut up. You say I must give you the chance to speak. I'm giving you the chance.
No, I never say I must shut up. I say I must make me finish.
Yeah, you asked me to be
silent. Yes, the guy when named, wait about, I don't put up on silent though. The guy when named Jesus, one of the greatest teachers in the history of mankind and humankind, him never speak without parable. Because parable is a method of making things plainer to people, not of mystifying people. It's parable explain things to people. Parable don't confuse people. That's why him use them. That's why him said to them, say, a sower went out to sow, and him threw out the seed, and some of it fall upon barren ground, stony ground. Some of it fall upon weed, and some of it fall upon good ground, and that one bring forth 30 times the amount, and some bring forth 60 times the amount, and some bring forth 100-fold. That the parable, the country people and the town people understand it very well, and then follow what he was saying before better when him tell them the parable. So now,
well, Uncle Jerry, you born in the time of the parables. I never born in the time of parables. Me born in the time when me
but
just
I
want
hear
to get
you. No, but I hear you a turn roll and a cut and clear. Oh, you will tell me say you don't know about parable. How you cut and clear and about a turn roll? You know it,
Jerry.
man. You know it better than most people.
Jerry.
Anyway, the word capital. The word capital.
Tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Let me take a program, because on my program and you are my co-host, but me I go ask you this, because me not depend this parable thing tonight. Jerry, when the money come from England, Andrew only say control it, yes or no?
You heard me say that Wholeness know that him in a danger, that if him ever try hold on that money, it going to cost him everything him have.
What you mean him going to cost him? You
and
mean the ancestors going to cost him?
No, everything him have going to be taken away and pay for a scholarship to the correctional services.
Hey.
You got that? You got that?
So me get that.
All right,
so you say if him take charge of the money, just expect him to reach a prison.
No, not only if him take charge, if him attempt. The attempt is a crime, you know. Attempted murder is a crime, you know. Not only murder is a crime, you know. If him attempt to continue to do what him been doing, usurping the resources and the goodwill, usurping power in Jamaica. And them not get no power now. As I tell you before, politicians who are elected don't get power. They get authority for a specific period, but they take it and usurp power. They take it and grab away power and buy out people, and people support them to grab more power. When you have no supporter, you go and you grab more power because you have no supporter, and you feel like you have the army and the police behind you. And you grab more and more and more. Grab back. Well, no, if they even attempt, the attempt is just like murder. Attempted rape is like rape. The intent is a crime. Just the intention is a crime. And it will cost him everything him have.
You and I know, Jerry, that him, from him here said this money a come. Him going intend to take over the money.
All right. Did not he attempt to take over the Commonwealth? Secretariat?
What you said, Jerry?
Did he not attempt? Did he not attempt to take over the Commonwealth Secretariat?
No, never him. Akumina did attempt. I know him.
No, he was a cat's paw or a dog paw. She's a cat's paw. She's a tool that was used by Wholeness. She's a tool that was used by Wholeness under the orders of Johnson, Boris Johnson. That was an attempt. That was an attempt. It cost him. It cost him. Him get plenty money. Them get plenty money for it, but it cost them more than what them get. And it cost Cumming at Johnson the respect that the Jamaican people had for her. The Jamaican people had quite an amount of respect for her. It cost them. It is a foreboding of things to come. You take sleep on your mark, what?
Death.
Death.
So you think them learn from that? With the narcissistic, egotistical man he is. You think him learn from that, Jerry?
Yeah. Him don't learn. Learning is not taking enough new knowledge. Plenty of people think that learning is the taking of new knowledge. No, learning is a change of behavior or attitude as a result of taking in new knowledge. If you learn your 10 times table and you don't practice it and you don't use it, you have not learned your 10 times table. You only you learn it by heart. Learning things by heart is not learning. Learning is a change of behavior after you take in new knowledge. A change of attitude. In behavior don't change it, but in know that he gambled and made. No, but him know that him lose when him try to take over the Commonwealth Secretariat and him going to lose more.
Seeing that look like you have the seeing that you're an elder look like you have a third eye and the gift of prophecy. What else you see him losing?
Look here. You remember the dog and the bone? The next parable. You remember the parable of the dog and the bone?
What about the dog and the bone tonight?
A dog was a broke kitchen, like Sly Mongoose, we broke foul pen.
Yeah.
A dog was at some people yard, and him get a bone, and him a run home with the bone. Him a cross over some water upon a bridge. And when him a cross over, him look over and him see a dog down into the water, running along the water, upside down, with a bone. Him never realized, says him reflection, the man in the mirror with Michael Jackson tell you about.
Yeah.
Him now having bone, but it when you know so when things reflect in a mirror, frequently it magnify little bigger or much bigger.
Yeah.
So when him look down in the water, see a dog run upside down with a bone. The dog bone bigger. So him grab after that the bone there in the water, and when him look, him say the bone come to him, the big bone in the water come to him, and the bone where in a film out and go to the water. When the two bone meet up, the two of the bone disappear, and him realize him don't have no bone in him mouth.
So Crave not got choke
him get the bone for swallow. No,
so when you say Crave not got choke him get the bone for
no, listen. Craven choke puppy if him get the bone for swallow. But the big dog, the bitch, a bitch is a female dog. The bitch now, not going to get for choke. The bitch going to lose the whole bone. I realize that. A bird in the hand.
The bitch going to lose him one.
Bird in the the bitch going to lose her bone and don't even get for choke. Because a bird in the hand is better than two birds in the bush in the nest. Enough people got the bird where in the man already. I said here so one nest in the bush with two birds. And when him leg of the bird, that one fly away and get out a bird sound and the one in the bush here fly out of the bush. So a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush, and a dog with a bone must go home and not grab after another bone. When you get one term, you come out and go here. He might look for Brook PNP record and get 5 term. Well, he might get 5 term, not in the House of Representatives or Jamaica House, but in the House of Correction.
He might get 5 term in what of a general penitentiary.
Consecutive or concurrent. Either to run concurrently or consecutively. Depend on the judge mood that day, whether it's a female judge or a male judge. A Michael Jackson that?
No, these are all. These are all. So Jerry,
all.
What am I gonna do when him have to go at that dirty prison? Cause then have no toilet down there. Then have no shower.
Don't bother discuss that. No, shower. And go have more than shower, man. When Dudus was going in, when him walk down the corridor and the man come behind with the key to the water, a whole heap of man whistle down the island and said, Dudus, I would like to be your friend. Could we be friends? A whole heap of man whistle Dudus when him going for the do the 20 year now. And Dudus have to watch him back. So, and we're not going to exalt over the Prime Minister or anyone of the other gang of many. We're not going to exalt over them and boast over them so they might go to prison. But if they try anything more, correction going to meet them.
So Jerry, so yeah, said that you seen at the crystal ball? If him try anything more,
no, I don't
correction services.
No. Yes, Kamina and Boris Johnson and the whole of them. King Charles of England himself, right now, no say, him days numbered and all of the riches we have there. He's likely to be the last king of England and him likely to lose everything before him lose the throne. The throne could be the last thing. The title to him sit down on there might be the last thing where him possess. They might have taken everything left the toilet for him upon. This world system not going to go on forever, you know. Yeah, the world system of exploitation not going to go on forever. I don't say it's going to be heaven on earth, but certainly a weeping and mourning will continue for a night. But joy cometh in the morning.
So just where you are prophesy, are you a John the Baptist in the wilderness? Yeah, said deliverance to come to Jamaica, Jerry.
No, man, holy power. Holy power know what is to be done. Holy power know what is to be done. Marcus, if you want to know prophecy, go check Marcus Garvey. Because Marcus Garvey prophesy about them guys.
Me did hear Marcus Garvey say somebody head go roll down a King Street. Something goes up it true.
Not only one rollback going to take any rollback. But we're not exulting over that, you know. We don't rejoice over the death of our wicked. We rejoice that any amount of deprived one will be set free.
So you say, oh, freedom will come at last for Jamaica, freedom.
Yes, and
the great
freedom
jubilee, the great liberation.
It not come by dreaming. It not come by dreaming. Now by the sweat of the blood, the sweat of the brow. By the sweat of the brow, we shall eat bread. Yeah, man.
So Jerry, how come this government and tell the world? I will ask you one question then. Because you are a big historian and political commentator. How come nobody in this government you not sign the Integrity Commission Code of Conduct?
I couldn't explain that to you, but I know that anybody who don't want to sign an Integrity Code of Conduct don't want to abide by that conduct. The Code of Conduct is advising how public servants must conduct themselves and conduct the affairs of the nation. If them don't
so
want,
if wholeness and the rest of them don't want to sign the code.
All right, I say my opinion. If wholeness and them colleagues don't want to sign that, they are carrying out the same kind of action when them give senator letter for sign, say them resign when them never resign, and the letter no have no date that them can go fire the senator. When a prime under the Constitution, when a prime minister appoints somebody to be a senator, them don't appoint nobody. Them recommend to the governor general, say this and this person I nominate to be a senator. Then the governor general appoint that person.
Yes.
When you appoint a senator, you may not fire them. You didn't know that? When a prime minister recommend a senator, they can't fire them. You know that?
No, they have to resign on them own will.
You didn't know?
Yeah, man. I was there when they undated I was there when the undated resignation letter them did that.
Yes. And why them never dated? Why everybody sign a letter
anytime you fall out a line with him, anytime you fall out a line with him, you got to go.
With him who? With him wholeness.
Yes, with him.
With him wholeness. All right. What was he fearful? Hold on, listen to this now. What was he fearful that them going to fall out a line and vote against him policy? What policy was it that he was fearful that them going to vote against him in that policy?
I gather it was more on the lines of...
It was a policy...
I want to remember. Remind me, Jerry, because it was so long ago. It was from ago.
No, make a remind you. Jamaica people, because them don't have no money, they send big lawyer go to England, go argue at Privy Council when they want justice, not there Jamaica, and them don't have no money to send big lawyer to get justice in Privy Council in England. Jamaicans was hoping, say, there will be a higher court near to Jamaica where it don't cost so much money to send a lawyer go, and then we get justice. The JLP always opposed to have any court nearby in the region or in Jamaica as a higher court.
Oh,
so the JLP always opposed the Caribbean Court of Justice. But gradually, more and more JLP people were starting to say, why not come out of the Privy Council and deal with the Caribbean Court of Justice? Now you have some lawyer in the JLP because they are lawyers. They also have that view more. So the people who did recommend to wholeness say, yes, go along with Siaga plan of making we sign some letter without no date on it. Those people was lawyers too, you know. Williams and two Williams and I think Tufton, three of them. They were getting into the mood, say, maybe we could deal with Caribbean Court of Justice. So now for the PNP to win the vote to go to the Caribbean Court of Justice, them only need a few of the JLP to vote with them. And Wholeness knows that them two lawyer and Tufton might change their mind. So therefore, anytime the voter come up, if them look like them are going to change their mind, them just carry the letter, them go give the governor general, and the governor general run out them three senators out of the Senate. So it's a trick. It's that kind of trick they learn. Yes, they learn those tricks from England. And when them learn the trick good at England, get them an exam, and then get 100% in the exam, England hand over Jamaica to them and say, here is Jamaica, you get 100 in that test. So that's how Jamaica was handed over to them, 1962. Because them get 100 marks in the exam of trickery.
Oh.
Both PNP and JLP get 100.
But I never really Buster understand. Buster just follow him just work with Manley, because Manley was the bright one.
Buster have some lawyer with him were bright as Manley. Ashe Naim. And many more with him. And the whole of them agree to it. Because they was made honorary Englishman. All of them did get the status. So they are honorary Englishman. The whole of them wear waistcoat. The whole of the lawyer them in them bracket they wear waistcoat, you know. You know the coat underneath the jacket. And Buster, although Buster was gangster. Buster wear, you never see him in waistcoat all the way. They put on clothes to give impression. So all Buster when him ready. He wear waistcoat. Yes, him wear waistcoat and him wear top hat and then wear coat tail, you know, then long tails. And wear all of them things to give impression. All of the clothes to give impression. So when them want popular, they wear t-shirt, orange shirt and green shirt. And when them want respect, them put on jacket and tie.
So Uncle Jerry, why the king's chosen servant so hell-bent on rescuing Haiti?
Haiti? You mean Holiness want to rescue Haiti?
Yes,
no,
why want
Holiness
to
rescue Haiti? No, him no want to rescue Haiti. Holiness a play a role. I try Congress a carry come. And at the same time try to see if him can take over leadership and carry come. Remember say, is him betray carry come, you know? Baroness Scotland is CARICOM candidate and Secretary General, you know. Baroness Scotland represent the Caribbean, you know. And Holiness break ranks with the Caribbean and say we not support no Baroness Scotland. We're going to work for Boris Johnson and overthrow her. So a man like that, now you are telling me, say, him a go straighten out and clean up Haiti?
Yeah.
No, man. He won't try usurp the image of leadership to CARICOM. When the last president of Haiti get assassinated, with the assassin them, where them run come hide? Where did they run come and hide?
In a Jamaica man.
And who cover them?
Orius Chan?
The whole of them cabinet cover them and they make the police know say one of them were down in a St. Elizabeth, one of the member where them are hide. Him have couple million US dollar. Where if you can escort him out to the airport and the police can escort him out, we get some of the $1 million. And when one of the police hear about it, him park him car at the station and lock up him picnic in there and go see if him can get a piece of the $1 million. And when him come back, the baby dead. Remember?
Jerry, what you just say? Jerry, what? Wait. When that is not breaking news tonight.
No man, that broke long time. We broke it from a year ago.
No, breaking news. Jerry, you're saying that the child who was found lifeless in the car, on what grounds?
The child get locked up in the car because a breeze blow a man here say money and give away if you can call rescue out of St. Elizabeth and make them reach out of Jamaica safe.
What?
So wholeness here say money I give it if him can overthrow Baroness Scotland and him lock up Jamaica in the car and Jamaica suffocate. Him man come in now. Lock up Jamaica in the car and Jamaica suffocate.
But he's in Bahamas now meeting with Vice President Kamala Harris to discuss Haiti.
Pause.
So why them posing?
When them assassinate the president of Haiti, who hide the assassin them?
Jamaica.
Not Jamaica. Jamaica government. We disgrace Jamaica by doing many things in a Jamaica name. Disgrace we all over.
So you're saying for
lock we up in the car. Around. Eh?
So you're saying all this time, when these men came through Jamaican borders, the government of Jamaica knew about it?
Not the government of Jamaica. The men them that employed to the government in a private capacity, them take on job to protect fugitive, harboring fugitive. When Dudus was found, it's a government house. Them find him in there. Government have protect him.
But it was said that his Reverend Almila driving him. But
yeah,
it was
Almila just get the chauffeur work. Almila was Bruce Golden past there.
Oh.
You never know.
So you're saying that this is a mafia government?
You never know, say Almila or Bruce Golden.
I was a
the
child.
The two-party government is mafia.
Hmm? Wow.
13 years ago, child.
I was in high school.
How old are you now?
I'm just 31.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, 13 years ago, yes. Well, when you reach 18, when you reach 16, you're not a child again, you know.
So, Jerry.
When you reach 16.
What do you think they are 80 why oldness over there something? Yeah. Because you know him always have an agenda. Why you think 80 take up his biggest agenda right now?
It's carry come. So them a come together to change the political culture in Haiti in favor of the people. Carry come. Him a pose like him is up to that too. Him only a pose like him is up to that.
But the United Nations...
the code of conduct yet?
No.
What?
Him not sign it.
Him sign the code of conduct?
No, him not sign it.
But him a sign Haiti. Him a sign Haiti bail bond.
Double agent.
But I don't want to touch on him because the two parties them play the same role. Now and again, you see them play a little different role. Like when PJ Patterson rescue Aristide. When them overthrow Aristide out to kill him, PJ Patterson rescue him all the way. So sometimes you have a little different behavior. But by and large, the two parties serve the interests of foreign supervisor owner.
So my question is, Jerry, with what is happening now in Montego Bay, and I hear only say implant to train the police them in Haiti. If our police them are fail, implant to train the police them in Haiti. How implant to train police at Haiti and our police them in Jamaica need training themselves?
All right, you're listening news this evening?
Wait, say, tell me.
In the news this evening, Diane Jackson Miller, she interviewed two of the top people them who said them clear up what happened in Mobile. Describe what happened in Mobile. What did happen in Mobile?
The bloodshed this weekend. Them find how much picnic in a house, in a church with a marry, not something about me. Everything in a Mobile a banger, Jerry. Everything in a Mobile a banger.
Hold on. Don't 4 years ago, a cult leader in a church in Mobile did start to kill some of them church members right in the service.
And not 4 years, that 2 years ago, 2021. 2021, Jerry, October 2021.
All right, okay, but from 2019, the thing that started show up though. But these cults, all right, in that cult thing there now, you have people in a cult where them start believe them religious leader. If the religious leader tell them to kill one another, them do it. If them tell them to do it in front of the camera, them do it. And if them tell them all kind of thing, them do it. If them tell them to bring them children to have sex with the pastor and so on and so on. Now, you remember that the police and the politician in Jamaica at that time. They knew about them cults here a long time. The leader used to lead all motorcade through Mobile with all police escort, you remember?
Yes, and red carpet and limousine.
Remember, so the cult leader did that. Right. I remember all baby. When all baby or the king was coming in Mobile, the PNP are celebrate him. And them are ride on all White Horse. And them are finance all PNP campaign in Mobile, remember? And PNP are
hold him up.
So you know that these politicians here, they not only associate with wrongdoers, gangsters, and cults, but they use them to win support. Yeah. One of the reasons why the JLP use Al Miller is because when a pastor is popular, like Al Miller was probably the most popular pastor in Jamaica, you become very much popular when a popular pastor support you. You remember Portia Simpson Miller used to follow one pastor. What the pastor's name where they advise Portia?
Prophet Finn.
You have a pastor who called down now. Finn, Pastor Finn. Remember Pastor Finn bless Portia? And Portia start following him and Pastor Finn tell Portia what date to call election.
And she lose it.
I remember say Portia call election. No, and she never lose it. Pastor Finn tell Portia to call election on a certain date. And when the date come, hurricane warning go out before. Pastor Finn never knows the hurricane that will come. And the election have to postpone. And when the election postponed to September, Bruce Golden go hear about Trafigura and use Trafigura and whap Portia, remember?
Oh, yes, that's
so when you have popular pastor. Yeah. When you have popular pastor, politicians always try hug them up. You know, I met them, the pastor, whether the pastor or the Rasta leader or the Muslim shepherd or the Pokol, the Miana shepherd, can help them win election.
Yeah. So you are
that
saying
is why now
all we are going to so you are saying tonight all we are going to Montego be the politician, them know about it long time.
Yes, if they call big and can swing what going in a Mobile and make you help you win a seat. And if you can help Horace Chang win him seat. Or if you can help the other one on the other side win him seat. If you can help them finance the election. Because a baby used to finance all 4 seats in St. James with election time in a Mobile. You know. And yet the woman will win, one woman will win down there. I claim she don't know baby. Yet a baby finance her election campaign.
Oh, Miss Folks,
but this is how politicians move. Oh, you know them names, man. You remember? Oh, you come from that side?
No, Me a historian like you. I want to show you the video of the cult people them down at the church, Jerry. I could show Jamaica the cult people them. We are not going to show Jamaica the cult people them. I want to show Jamaica the cult people them down there. It will come up in the studio, Jerry.
Good evening, everybody. I'm sure by this everybody has heard the news that Kahal Yahweh was raided and some 40 people were taken out of the house. You see this right here? I used to go to this church and none of this was here. For one, I can say I'm very glad that they got arrested because they're doing some craziness in the church. Sleeping with the kids, marrying off the freaking kids before time. Yeah? You know what? One of the pastors is even sleeping with his daughter. Feeling up in daughter and them something there. Yeah? I am glad I left. I am glad also that they got locked up. I hope they all get what is coming to them. And you, Sister Ulri, you Miss Bitch, you most of all, I hope you get definitely what come to you. Kill your husband and there with the blood clot young boy after you take G's and P. You know what? I'm glad that they got them though, because guess what? Soon and very soon, this fortress that they're building, they're probably going to have to throw bombs in there to get them out, and you know there's going to be a bunch of casualty. But yes, I applaud that they lock them up. All of them. Lock them up and charge them. Disgusting. They are disgusting people.
You hear all of that? I have a next one for sure, but I want you talking in the meantime. Them a marry up a pitney them. Pitney them a breed up down there.
Yeah, this is what cults do frequently. When you have a cult which is blindly following a personality or a group of personality or a dead person image, all kind of straight. When you have people, you hypnotize them. The essence of a cult is that you hypnotize the followers. So them not thinking for themselves again. And when you hypnotize the followers will carry all them wife come give you. They will carry all them little baby come give you. If you do anything you want. I say when you hypnotize
Jerry,
people.
You know, find it strange that you see this church is in close proximity to Pathways International, you know.
So where?
You remember the one where they devil before and them did find Jamaica?
Yes, I was thinking it was the same group. I thought it was the same group.
No man, a different group.
Yeah, I thought it was the same group.
Down the road. Jamaica, we're having a good interview tonight.
But these things are these things are contagious, you know. So when you have one cult, there's a climate of following cult, and people want this kind of climate. When you have, look at Devon House. Devon House I sell some ice cream, and the people get crazy about the ice cream. Yeah, don't you know that? Devon House ice cream. Don't you know people get crazy about it?
I know them gone across the road with Krispy Kremes.
All right, let me tell you how it go. How it go. Them crazy over Devon House ice cream. So when you're crazy over that now, them will charge $600 for one corner. You're still a damn fool. You still go buy it. My brother invite me if you have dinner with my wife and our next lady for my birthday. Yeah. And then carry me go to Devon House. And when me sit down out of the whole menu, a curry goat me feel for eat. And me order the curry goat. You know how much the curry goat?
4,000, 5,000.
$6,000 for the curry goat. And it's
Jerry,
a
what you
half
just
plate me
said?
get. Half a plate. $6,000 for the curry goat and a half plate me get. But because you go like you're crazy over Devon House.
$6,000.
So Devon House that charge. Yes, yes. It tastes good still enough, but a half plate. So a full plate will cost $12,000.
Jerry, you know you could have go downtown.
So now,
I could have go half a tree and get about 6 or 7 plates of curry goat.
No, I could have get a goat to buy downtown for $6,000. Could have get a goat.
No, you don't get about £5, man. £5 a goat.
No.
Jerry.
Anyway, me could have get a goat to buy. No, me I tell you how cold it go.
Let me show you.
No,
yeah, no, but sometimes I go the police and the soldier that try to cut them out of the church.
No, hold on, little. Because you will pay $600 for your cone over Devon House. And next place come up now and say, wait, them are idiot. They will play only for money for ice cream. Me I walk more next one over here. And the night when it's open, I see how much people out there. The miles up and down the road. And a pure black people in the line, you know.
For Krispy Kreme donut. As we speak now, oh, they're still full for the donut them. Pure sweet, fast sweet.
That's how cult go. That's how cult go. One cult will provoke many more cults. And the JLP come from outside, inside of the PNP, you know. So say the JLP was inside the PNP and emerged out of the PNP.
Yeah.
Just like how NDM emerged out of JLP. The JLP is the NDM of the PNP. More cult.
Jerry, let me show you where I go on down there. You know what I see the video? Make me show Jamaica the video where I go on down there.
Yeah.
Eventually, they were able to rescue 3 girls from the building, hoping to return for others. That 3 other girls were rescued some time ago, and residents are raising concerns about the living conditions of those who live in the tents on the compound. There are reports that some girls have been abused.
Beat them or so, and let them marry to the elder ones in the church.
That many of the girls are children of those who have joined the church. The girls allegedly attend school at the church and are married to male members at age 16.
She is pregnant! She is pregnant! She is over 30 years old, pregnant! And this is what they are doing!
The operators say they have done nothing wrong.
We truly believe that we have been treated unfairly by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Child Development Agency, and as a result today, as they have come again, trying to take more of our children, we have decided to take a stand.
Jerry, I was going in Jamaica, me think say I don't have Kenya me there.
I'm a long time them thing are going to Jamaica. Then what Siaga did do? When Siaga a set table, what do you think him did do?
So what's wrong with table, Jerry? So table a cult?
No.
And an ancestral like that?
Nothing wrong with table, but no, listen. Nothing wrong with table, But Siaga use him brain now and build up a personality called True Table. It's a personality called wrong Siaga, you know. Siaga build a personality called wrong himself, you know. And a table him use and build it.
Oh.
What they do, they study the people and then start to impersonate the people. Joshua, now Michael Manley round one rod, you know. You remember say Michael Manley build a cult round a rod?
Yes.
Round a walking stick.
Mm.
Come back to Jamaica, come tell the people of Jamaica to give him walking stick. That's a cult. Me sit down already and smoke a ganja pipe, you know. I want dreadlocks. You know, every time we smoke the pipe, we bless the pipe them way there. One dreadlocks bless the pipe, and when him done bless the pipe. Him say, Michael Manley, the Almighty God. 1973, me say that. Cult, at a cult. You have all him, some of my Rastafari brethren turn Rastafari into a cult, you know. You know that?
Oh, I remember say Capo was Obia man.
I wouldn't say Obia man, but my shepherd.
He was a spiritual leader.
Even my Rastafari brethren. Yes, even some of my Rastafari brethren. Them turn part of Rastafari into a cult, you know. And follow leader and them start to all the cult leader God, you know. You have some of my Rastafari say for them cult leader a God, you know.
Wow.
Even a moment like yes, I was a part of the 12 tribe of Israel. And after a while, the guy was the leader and turned it in a cult. Listen, me, man. I say I was a member of the 12 tribe of Israel, but it never names of us. And him turn it, the leader turned it in a one cult. Afterwards, everything belonged to him and him own everything. Turn it in a cult. I have other Rastafari turn part of Rastafari in a cult too. A Rastafari is not a cult. So it's
but Uncle Jerry, you see how all of these attractive food multinational corporations come into Jamaica with them unhealthy food, and it is just dumped on the young people, dumped on the nation, and the life expectancy in our country is lowering. The incidences of non-communicable diseases are on the rise. A lot more young people are coming out with cancer, diabetes, and many other sicknesses. And there's nothing being done to focus our energies on getting a healthy population. Because if you have sweets over there...
Who you did expect? Who you did expect to sober up the nation about health? Who you was looking for to do that?
The government.
Who you did expect to do that? Eh?
Christoph. No,
the
Christoph
government. But you are not naive. Yes, but you are not naive. It's high school, you should expect that, but you are a seasoned adult. So you shouldn't be surprised by that again. You left that to the naive high school you to the nerd. Not even the ordinary high school. The nerd who only in a book alone. And who not deal with reality. The youth them will not got champs. A high school youth don't even got champs because him can't take the crowd and all them things. A more high school youth like that you'd expect now to be naive. But a high school youth will got champs. I will go out the road and we listen to 1 and 2 dancehall music. I wouldn't look for Tufton and the government do anything proper. The youth who is exposed know that them out there look something for themselves and them click. You have you know, say you have civil society, right? The whole population in a country or in a territory, we associate with one another every day. You call that a society. Every group of people who live permanently amongst one another. For them form a society, it means a society mean when people associate with one another and do things certain way. Them now know one way to do things, you know. But them have a little range of way to do. So in Jamaica, we have a range of way we drive. Most driver drive wicked, then some driver drive careful, and some drive coward. And we're not driving that, you know. So we have a range of driving in Jamaica. Everybody not drive the same way, but you have a range. And you have a range of religious behavior. You have a range of music where we like. You have a range of kind of people, you know, the style of people, how people look, and them way there. So every society have a range of behavior where make that society be peculiar. And you don't bother mix it up with the next society, although some society resemble the next society. So in every country now, you have more than one society inside of the society. The people them call society people, and everybody in the society now. Who them call society? No, all right, I will soon come to multipolar. The people them call society, high society now, are the people who have money and the people who say them set the trend, high society. Then you have secret society too, you know. You don't say have secret society inside every society. You have secret society where them meet together and them not make nobody know what them do. And them plan up whole heap of thing. And them go on with the whole heap of ritual inside of the secret society. Them are called
so you're talking with the Freemasons and the lodge.
You know, so yes, all of the lodge and the free society. And poor people have them secret society too, you know. Because somebody the church them a secret society, you know. And all the thing going inside there. Where the outside you have military society. Yes, you have military society too, you know. Where them click up with one another and claim say are them for control the country. So that's why them turn Haiti into a military society. You know? The wholeness and no one turn Jamaica in a Haitian wholeness one Haitianize Jamaica, you know. Where whoever have good links with the army. I say wholeness want to
Jerry, repeat that. What wholeness want to do to Jamaica?
You want to Haitianize Jamaica, where you stay in power by having good links with the military. Remember, say in Haiti, you know, is who have good links with the military usually stay in power. Anytime the military withdraw them support by you, you get overthrown or assassinated. And the military choose a different set of people that might defend for the next 5 or 10 years. That's how Haiti been running. The same military where the black people are Haiti did organize to fight them revolution. After a while, the military get buy out by politicians and just only support the politician and not defend the people again. Jamaica Defense Force supposed to mean that the Jamaican army defend the Jamaican people. But me, you know, so that the JDF don't defend the Jamaican people. It defends a certain little society of people. And it keep the niggers out the road under control.
Wow.
Them and the police. So gradually, them is trying to transform Jamaica into a Haitianized society. That's why he put Rocky Mead in that position. And that's why him and, what the commissioner name again? What's name?
Anthony Anderson.
Anthony what?
Anderson.
Yeah, that's why I'm so close with Anthony Anderson. That's why Wholeness so close with Anthony Anderson, Rocky Mead.
So what to the female up at the army?
Politics.
What to the lady where at the army?
She a figurehead. No, she not headed, she a figurehead.
So she not a power?
She a figurehead. No, Rocky Mead that run that still.
So she's just a puppet on a string.
Then put her in front, just as a figurehead. Like when Buster resigned, Sangster become the prime minister, but him dead within 1 month. People suspect him get killed, but him dead within 1 month. And then some wicked man now start fight to take over the headship of the government. Tavares and Siaga and somewhere and Lightborn are compete. And none of them couldn't get the winnings. So them pick Shearer, who was Bustamante's favorite, as a figurehead to go in front. Shearer was just a figurehead. Yeah. Till Siaga gets to move him.
So yes, so we must keep an eye then for Rocky Mead.
No, you keep an eye on the whole of them. But you keep an eye on the relationship between Holness and the one on the right and the one on the left. The head of police on the right, Anderson and Rocky Mead on the left. And then now them are the three musketeers. A Haitianized Jamaican politics. Whoever the armed forces back will stay in power indefinitely. Look more you them. You know you don't call off election with you.
Why them call off the election,
You know
Jerry?
you don't call off election with you.
Why them call it off? And them have so much money.
To stay in power longer. No, to stay in power longer. And to set the election that them win. If they can't win it, they call it again.
If them can't win it,
You know,
them are
they
going
go on
to
Africa all the way. And go on. No, them call off election when them can't win. When them can't win. Through Usain Bolt money, the poll go against them, you know. So them call off the local government election. What the reason them get them called off?
Oh, so I never the money
So them have
argument.
no money
Them
for
say
run
them have the
local
money at
government.
the Usain Bolt SSL matter.
Yes, the Usain Bolt thief in the public no like how it go and the public go against the JLP and the poll change. PNP come almost level with them. So them put off the election and say them not have no money for run election. But them have money for triple Holness pay and triple 250 and double 250 parish councillor and quadruple the governor general one, double the judge them one. It's about 1,000 people pay double and raise, you know. But they not the money for keep local government election. Haitianization of Jamaica.
So Jerry,
but
what you think about this?
I risk them are running. I risk them
a
run. Them a gamble. I risk them a run. Yeah.
So question. What you think about this SSL matter? What you think will come out of it?
What will come out of it? Go listen to Ernest Smith music, two music. One name, The Power and the Glory. Are we building a nation or are we building a hut? And then sing the next one, say, that's the kind of people that we are. It's a big scandal go on and them say, heads are going to roll. And next thing you know, you hear nothing about it because that's the kind of people we are. But it's not going to be so always. Not going to be so always. They might run out of time. And that's why I put Rocky Mead in a special position. To save him and the regime when time run out. So Rocky Mead can leave the island and go outside and claim say he might gather forces to take back the government of Jamaica for the legitimately voted in regime.
So my question is to you tonight, Jerry. Do you believe that if Andrew Holness don't seem winning the next election, he will make efforts to postpone it, or possibly not call it at all?
Yeah, it can postpone it. It can postpone it. It's doing at 2025. It's doing at 2025, some I believe, right? But if him don't keep it by that date,
the 3rd of September 2025.
Yes, well, him have 3 months past the date when him can keep it up to 3 months past the date. And he can still fool around and postpone it until next time too. I'm going to try everything. He might try everything unless fire there must still and him find out says not cool breeze.
So if the election no call and in military, like as you say, my plan for militarize the states, what you're telling the people to do? What you're telling the people to do tonight?
I'm not telling the people to do nothing. The people know what to do and the people will do. The people in Jamaica change. The young people born and come up and replace the older people. It's a different population, not completely different, no, different mixture ratio. The racial mixture change. And the people I know is not the same people of 20 years ago. And the people here now not going to fool around. You see the diaspora? You see how the diaspora changed? Eh? The diaspora start take part in a Jamaican politics, but not in the way that the two party was open.
Oh, so you talk about all the lawsuit with Ratty and Loan, some lawsuit and them something there.
Not only lawsuit, but the different opinion and discussion we're going on in the diaspora. And the Jamaica people is listening into the diaspora discussion, participating in it. And there's different opinion makers, different from JLP FM and all of them embedded journalists. You know, journalists were embedded.
Where some of the journalists embedded with this government?
Like for instance, you did have PNP FM in the 90s, you know. PNP FM, that was KLAS. PJ and the PNP sell KLS station to a top PNP activist for a couple $100,000. And that start to serve the PNP, KLS. And Wilmot Perkins call it PNP FM. Well, now you have JLP FM. Sometimes them pretend like them is not to the government, but them is the chief mouthpiece of the government in the media.
Who is that now?
But a lot of them,
Who is the chief mouthpiece? Which media house are the chief mouthpiece?
You never read the station, you see. We're getting in trouble. Because them got talk some things about PJ Patterson where them couldn't defend in court. So PJ Patterson win them some big money. And the JLP rescue them. The JLP rescue them to keep the station and pay back the money. Pay PJ the money.
Oh, so that is why them obligated now to carry the JLP agenda.
For years now. One of the JLP so influential in helping out the station that she'll go running a seat, running a strong PNP seat and win it. In almost a PNP garrison out there in a JLP garrison.
And now is a minister.
That's Augustine.
Oh, Favour Williams had shares in Nationwide? I never knew that.
I tell you that Favour Williams have shares in Nationwide.
But you say
I tell you that Favour Williams have shares. Eh? No, I tell you that Favour Williams have shares with Nationwide.
Yeah, but yeah, something me I want them for she you want to talk about.
Then how shares coming out?
Oh, but if I no shares, then I what then, Jerry? Investment?
No, benefit.
Oh.
I did not benefit from this transaction. You hear the phrase in our court?
Jerry, how do we fix this improper fraction of reporting in Jamaica?
We correct the misinformation.
So we're going to correct the misinformation.
We correct the misinformation. If GLPFM is giving out misinformation, we provide the alternative to misinformation as much as we can. We are not perfect and we don't know everything, but as much as we can, we provide the alternative to misinformation.
So what is the alternative to misinformation? Tell Jamaica tonight.
Sound information. Not the unsound one. So just like in Haiti, you have the newspaper them where it's just propagandist.
Which are the newspapers in Jamaica carrying the JLP? Who is the new JLP newspaper in Jamaica?
Well, the Observer mostly in favor of the JLP, but now and again, you will see them write, some of the people write some things that make it look like it balanced. And the Gleaner usually be against the PNP, but in later decades, we start to the Gleaner more favorable to the PNP because the Gleaner now owned by the RGR group. So things come and go. And sometimes things change hands and change sides. Huh?
I want to ask you a question. I hear members in the government trying to assert that the Integrity Commission is a PNP group. What do you take
they would do that.
Huh?
Yeah, they would say that if they want to discredit an institution or a person, they would say that it is supporting the opposite side. But the opposite side is not really the PNP, you know. The opposite side is the majority of the people. Because the PNP is really an alternative to the JLP, and if the PNP and the JLP make up the government, the PNP and the JLP are on the same side. But they play like how you say people play a friendly match. You know?
Yes.
And you know, like how in the Art Olympics, if we now win, we don't mind when a St. Kitts youth win the 400, or we don't mind when an Antigua guy or so, you know? Because we not same ballpark. So we don't mind when some of our people. Matter of fact, we in Jamaica, we don't mind when black people win any of the medal them. You know, it's kind of partial, but you can't blame us for being partial because we are the so-called underdogs and we're trying to lift all of the most oppressed people around the world. So it's our, you know, we don't mind when we see people of our like history succeeding along with us.
But I want to ask you this question. When you think about a man like Justice Seymour Panton, is his character questionable or is he a man?
Every human being, character and reputation is questionable. No one is above question. But when your character is sound, you can face questioning. For years now from my youth, I always scoff when I hear say, such and such person's character is above questioning, beyond question. Lie. If a person is good, they are not beyond question, they can face all of the music. It's when they're trying to shield something, I hear them talk about such and such person character is beyond question. And if you question Seymour Panton, and if you question the JLP, especially Whole Nose, it is easy to see which one is more credible, whether Panton or Whole Nose, and which one of him pants on, and which one panties petticoat is showing.
Understood.
Not true?
Totally understand. I'm going to open the phone lines now just to take a...
Yeah.
I'm going to open the phone lines now to
anyway,
take
I was hoping to say we would have talked a little bit about the Maroon because I think Richard Curry is a very interesting man where we can discuss these new developments where the people is getting clearer and clearer how to forge a nation in Jamaica for the first time. When I say forge, I don't mean forgery, no. I don't mean false. I mean like forge when you make something in the fire.
You want to address the Maroons before we take the call?
Well, you only have 7 minutes left. Maybe we arrange our next time. Take the call, man.
I will know that discussion on the Maroons. You're going to come here next week, Thursday, to have it. You hear? I'm letting you know that next week. You want me to carry Chief Curry here next week and you and him talk?
Yes, and some lady. We want some lady with you know, we want them nice. When the ladies are presented, it's so nice and things.
I am going to see if I can arrange with yourself, Chief Curry and Kabu. Would you want that discussion?
Yeah, that would be lovely. If Kabu can bring a bridesmaid.
Hey, so you want 4 rounds plus me? All right, I'm going to arrange that for next week, sir.
You can bring out Professor Shepard or anybody else.
Oh, Jamaica, I can say to you, on Sunday night, a powerful professor of reparations and the indigenous people will be on this platform. We will have a series of discussions next week. Chief Richard Curry will be on this platform next week, Tuesday. Jerry Small, along with Chief Curry, I will extend the invitation to the ladies to come, and we will further have a discussion on Thursday night. It's a discussion on the indigenous people, the new Jamaica, and where Jamaica should be going. But Jerry Small is one of the historians that can put together what is needed and for the minds of Jamaicans to understand what is coming. So Jamaica, be prepared for that. Let me take a few calls. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Yes, Jamaica, and tonight I'm going to make a special request. I know a lot of you in the diaspora love to support your teacher. But I've been speaking to Uncle Jerry, and he never asked me to do it, but I have assessed that it needs to be done. I want to see to it that Uncle Jerry gets a better device. He has a lot of knowledge that needs to be recorded. He needs a device that he can put together to record, because a historian like him, historical preservation is important. I'm asking tonight if anyone in the diaspora can reach out to me and want to support Bongo in getting a proper device so he can get more work done. I'm asking you to reach out to me for us to organize it for him. Can everybody agree to that? So we want to see to it that he gets a few devices so that if he should do any shows, the digital divide that exists presently can be improved.
Well, so I never really expect
No, I have to talk for him.
Go ahead. I never really expect. All right, I never really expect
Uncle
it,
Jerry,
but,
you never asked me for nothing. You never. Uncle Jerry, may I talk to my students tonight? So we need to get him a phone. We might need to get him a tablet and probably a recording, a recorder, like a video recorder. So there are a few items that I've identified, right? So if you are willing to make it happen for him, so he needs to get a phone with good space and good video quality. He equally Jamaica needs to get either a laptop or a tablet so that he can be able to do his jottings and his writings. We want to modernize it. A wise man like this must be fully equipped. And I want to know that even if Uncle Jerry goes, there is history, the preservation of history, the preservation of historical events must be captured so we can have it for children and children to come. So I know my students are watching tonight. And I know that some of you will reach out to me. So you can reach out to me. Who want to donate the phone, you can let me know. Who wants to give him the tablet, can let me know. Who wants to give him the recorder, can let me know. If I don't want any money for him, he's good. I just need the devices. Understand, students? We can take some calls now. Anybody calling tonight? Students, we have to support him, you know. We have to support Bongo. Bongo doing good job. We have to capture the parables well, man. Enough parables, and remember, he's a poet as well. He's a very good point. So, anyone wants to capture can let me know. Lord Jesus. Good night, Sharnet.
Good night, teacher. Good night, Bongo. Oh, very, very good show tonight, teacher.
Good night, ma'am. Good night.
I'll start. Good night. I'll start by saying to some of the people in the comments that said they could not understand and did not understand in the beginning. Really? Like you guys did not understand? Maybe because I grew up with my grandfather and that's the way in which my grandfather spoke. Everything was in so-called parables.
Me never understand it, Shirley. Me never understand it. Cause me never grew up with.
I understood quite well, and I was following quite well. So I did understand because that's the way we grew up. My grandfather would speak to you and tell you, go and read between the lines. Nothing in life is black and white. So you learn to start thinking, and you had to think, and then you would come back and question it. So what did you learn from what I just said to you? So that's the way I was brought up. But do you remember who Jerry said was in the meeting and the conversation that they had today in that room? Do you remember who he said was in that meeting?
Justice Robinson, Professor Verin, former Prime Minister PJ Patterson,
and many others. So do we then expect, after he came out of that meeting, for him to come out and communicate in common language what actually took place in that meeting? In all things, we must use wisdom. And this is where wisdom is applied. Remember, he was extremely strategic in the way in which he's speaking. Not everything he could come out and divulge. So the way in which he was speaking, remember who he said was present at that meeting. You kept questioning him, what was discussed, and he kept saying to you that Mr. Holness would not dare attempt. Because, and he kept saying over and over again, he kept saying that, listen, it was already pre-done. He even spoke about the fact that when we see things in the natural, that's the manifestation of the conceptualization of things. So things are always conceptualized and have been conceptualized for years. So we like to look at manifestation, but without sometimes conceptualization takes years and years and years before physical manifestation. We do not like to search. We do not like to dig. We like things on a platter. I did not expect him to come out and speak about the only person that would come out and do something like that would be a Trump event. Nobody would go into a meeting that they would sit and discuss things of certain nature and then come out and no one does that. So I understand what you're saying. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything that you said, and I understood where you were going, and I understood what you could or could not say, and it was for us to read between the lines. My question is, I have a few questions. So the few questions I wrote down here. Okay. mentioned that everyone is seeing what the Prime Minister was doing. Everyone, including governments overseas, local government, he clearly spoke as to the fact that not only in Jamaica are we aware of what's happening, not only in Jamaica, or not only Jamaicans on ground, or Jamaican in the diaspora is aware of what's going on. It's known worldwide. Like, so there's so much that he said tonight. Like, it was just tons and tons of information, and sometimes we should just sit back. And this is what learned, the garbage we have learned. Deprogram your mind, get rid of the baggage, and take in new information and chew the bones and take the juices from the bones and spit out what's left. He said that one question I have, he said there's a new system coming. So there's a new system of governance. Okay. The old system of governance is broken. It doesn't work. It needs to be thrown out. My question is, will the new system replace existing system as we know it? And will there be will there be regular general election under the new system? And will there be and when in your time frame will this new system be implemented or be finalized? And do we have any idea as to how long the actualization of the new system will be in place, since you clearly stated that it has been undergoing the construction phase of it for a long time now. Do we have any time frame as to the actualization of the new system, how long it might take, and will it be a system in which the regular Jamaicans will be able
Okay. Thank you, Sharnet. You heard those questions, Uncle Jerry?
Yeah, man. All right, let me start at the first thing to the last thing. Now, whether you appreciate or like America or not, the formation of a national apparatus in the north of America, when some colonists, some people from England who were not satisfied with England and went to look a better life in a new land, even though they went to steal other people's land. They still were not satisfied with being ruled by England, and they decided to do something better for themselves. Even though they were doing a bad thing by capturing other people, and then they decided to improve from being subject of England. And gradually, little by little, they started to think about how can we break away from being subject of England, and little by little ideas came to them. It never come overnight. Little by little, these colonists decided to do one thing and another thing or other thing, and when they saw the results, they decided to adjust and adjust till they got brighter and clearer ideas, little by little. Then they started to learn fast, and when they started to learn fast, and plenty of them reasons to get like oh, plenty of reasons to get things start to multiply, not just add again. The knowledge not just add on again, it start multiply. And here one of the clearest ideas when it comes to these colonists, that for government to serve people instead of rule people, government have to make up out of a whole heap of checks and balances. Sure, we can gradually get to understand what checks and balances mean. It means some system where you make a machine, but the machine, you make it that it can run away with you. It can get smarter than you. Just like how they try from artificial intelligence now, we're going to get smarter than the maker. But the people who was wanting to break away from England find say you have to make a new form of government different from monarchy. Because monarchy, a king and him family and some law that rule is a bad thing. So we're going to make a different thing. And we're going to make some check and balance that the thing can run away with you. That means it have to have brakes. Suppose you didn't make car and never make brakes. It wouldn't have no checks. And you make bicycle and you couldn't lean two sides on the bicycle. You couldn't have no balance. So gradually you're going to make better and better contraption. Not to trap you, but to trap the idea of motion forward safely. You know, we're just motion forward, you're going to crash in our wall, you know. Motion forward safely. You gradually find say you're building checks and balances every step of the way. You build a house, you learn how to build step go up instead of climb rope. You learn say when you build step up, you know what are good to build one rail into one handrail. And so you go on, you build checks and balance. And you start find say you build things better and better. So that is how people gradually learn how to contrive and design new way of government, because it is now a service. It's not a method of ruling people, and it's we in control. We're going to make up a contraption or a apparatus. We're going to serve us. So you see, I'm saying like how the American people discover say, we're going to make checks and balances. So we're going to divide government in a 3 branch. And none of the branch can rule the other branch. Each branch going to watch and observe the other branch that it behave. So we have 3 branch of government. 1 branch of government discuss ideas like the program tonight. And next branch of government tomorrow take the ideas we handed down from this program tonight and go implement the ideas that name executive. So you have the discussion place where the elected man and woman come together and discuss. Then you have a next man or woman who will look election to go carry out the orders of the discussion room. And you have a next chamber again where anybody violate anybody else or in a group violate another group. You make a report and you make a complaint, and that next chamber take the complaint, listen it, call up the people, question them, see if them have no witness, we say yes, it is true. And if them have no witness, them doubt and them go back over. That name justice system are 3 different chamber that you know.
Yes.
Discussion chamber name legislation. Them make law. Well, I'm going to tell you about the question and balances. Discussion chamber make them discuss things and make law. No, but the people have slower than you, Andre. That's why we have to go slow. Discussion chamber discuss things
you know,
and then make rules.
You know you're a rude man.
What?
You say people them slower than me.
Yes, then that's why you have the program and them a listen. I know nothing wrong for slow, you know. Me slow and bolt, you know. Me slow and bolt, but bolt are no man more than me.
Lord Jesus.
Me can drive better and bolt. Bolt crash all the while. Bolt have come fast, but him crash all the while. Can drive better and bolt, but bolt can run faster than me. So through that we make a team now. And all of the qualities in the team. Anyway, the discussion chamber make the laws after them discuss it. The executive carry out the law, they when they elect the president. Then the judge them now judge when the time anybody say, my neighbor broke the law and I sleep in my room at night time with my wife. Or my neighbor there, one of my neighbor like one of my cow and I carry a bunch of banana, come give me cow and my friend me cow, and one of my friend me cow. And you carry to the judge and the judge and say, was it true or you tell lie for your neighbor? Did the cow get pregnant? Well, that means a cow and you have to allow him visiting rights. So you have a justice system, you have a discussion system, I have a carrying out an order system named executive. Same like how you have them checks and balances. The reparation movement, when it gets successful, we will have to have another branch of government. You have the ordinary government to administer the everyday affairs of Jamaica through the taxes where we work and pay. I have a next branch of government administer the reparation money we owe to with 500 year. And the two of them angle two different economy. The elected government will collect taxes and run the government, them not to touch reparation. And the reparation administration, them not to touch it themselves neither. But them not for business with the taxpayers' money where I take our fixed road. Reparation money are not for fixed road. Reparation money have to create some better development and better services otherwise from road. So you know, say we have, it's like a dual government. Then if you broke you now, but man owe you, but you still survive with a little money we have and a little work you do. And then you go win the lotto.
Yes.
Don't you would have sensible to set up a different plan for the lotto winnings?
Yes.
And it not mix up with your housekeeping where you earn and your pocket money for your picnic. You still
not everybody, not everybody financially literate.
Exactly, that's why now we're going to build a branch of government, a different government to govern the Owens money where we get. Like you win the lotto or somebody owe your money a long time or somebody sue you like when PJ sued the man.
Oh, so your partner draw come from England.
PJ. Yes. So PJ set up a foundation. You see the money where PJ win. You think PJ take that and buy a new car? No, it's wiser than that. PJ not take that and set up new car and go up on cruise. No. PJ take that the money come to one different thing now. One foundation to administer suing money.
Oh yeah, talk about when get from
that's how you
talk about when get from JLP FM.
Yes. So you organize properly, you make a different organ for every purpose. That's what organize means, you know. The human being is organized by life, by the creator. So you have your eye them organized to detect light, your nose organized to detect smell, your tongue organized to detect taste, your ears organized to detect sound. Every part of your body organized different. Organized means specialization. But all of the organs serve the whole body. So that's why we're not going to mix up the reparation money with the tax money.
Okay.
And the administration, that's why the Integrity Commission may not be ruled by no parliament. They must be autonomous. But them is not a law unto themselves, you know. All of them must be at the service of the Jamaican population.
Okay. Let me take this nigga call.
People can't drive. Eh?
Let me just take this other call. Hello, good night.
Yes, Andre. Good night and good night, Bongo Jerry, the Jamaican Junko channel. Where you end up saying, you know, where Bongo Jerry are saying, I two to my talk, you know, but we have to realize, you know, is that the people, you see, Jamaican people confused. We know we can't distinguish nationality and ethnicity. You see, when you say you are African is a racial group. You see, when you say African, that being you is a race.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But we confuse as black people because, you know, we say Jamaican is a nationality. So you have Chinese Jamaican, you have East Indian Jamaican, you have Arab Jamaican, but African is an ethnic group. And that's where we start up as black people because we don't see ourselves as African, as you know, in a Jamaica. If you, like a Jamaican, you tell them say them are African. No.
They don't identify with the racial terminology.
Exactly, and that's why we have the predicament we now because we don't see ourselves as a race. You know, Marcus Garvey say we are a race in a making. That's why them call us niggers because you see when them classify you as a nigger, them get you out of the human family. You see what I'm saying? Because there is no nigger land anywhere on the planet. You see, when a man is a Chinese, you can look to China and say, oh, he come from China because enough China over there. So European, you can look to Europe. But when you say you are a nigger that take you out of the human family, because no nigger land no there nowhere on the planet. You see what I'm saying? So until Jamaican people see themselves as African, we are going there for the next 100 years. But the elder right. Anyway, take care.
Thank you, caller. Anybody else to call tonight? Remember, anyone in the diaspora who wishes to support Bongo Jerry with the items that I've identified. I don't see no student message me yet and say, teacher, me I go buy the phone, teacher, me I go buy. Students, don't come now. My students, them.
All right,
students, them.
May I say something? May I say something? The brother there is quite right, but things are changing, and especially now, when a lot of highly trained people in history, in law, and all those things start to apply themselves with securing justice for the African people over the past 500 years, not 400 years here, it's 500. Since a lot of highly trained people start to attach themselves to that cause, Dudley Thompson and many other people from way back come right up to Mr. Justice Robinson, Vereen Shepherd, the Hillary Beckles at University, PJ Patterson, a lot of well-trained people start to apply themselves to these things. When you're going through law and facts and justice, you have to name the things accurately. So you will find that these people in arguing the case have been having to use the terms African people. So when all PJ Patterson and them people are arguing reparation thing, them not talk about black people really, them talk about African because you have to well accurate when you try case and law, So most of the people now is coming around to the fact that the majority of the population in Jamaica and those who are owed so much resources is African. And if you don't identify as African, you're not going to have no right class to get back the reparation. So the reality of you winning the prize, remember the prize is given up. The prize is available for any African who get it right, So if you claim that you're not African, you can't win the prize, So the facts of reality of the case is forcing people to properly identify themselves.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the population of Jamaica must benefit from reparation because the whole society was built upon the enslavement of we the African.
Yes.
And even the inhabitant of Jamaica that is not African will also benefit. And we can't vex about that neither. Because the vast majority of we are African. And if a disease come out of Jamaica, it going to spread to Chinese and Indian. It not going to say this disease only come from African. And therefore,
everybody out of anyone.
Well, no, them they try to push that pound way. It was a falsehood. They tried to put out of many 1 pound way. It was a falsehood. But the fact is that we, the Africans, will accept into the African family all on the basis that them know say all humanity emerged from Africa. So it come go around and come right back wrong.
Yeah.
All humanity descend from.
All humanity.
Not from black people, from Africa. Yes, all. Even the white man and the Chinese know that all humanity came out of Africa and then spread around the world. All. The other thing is land. The money that them owe is one thing. We would have to wait until these various countries, and they can be forced to do so. Time is going to force them. But we don't have to wait on reparation to correct the land situation. That is one of the things that's in our possibility and our power and within our ability to correct. The land, the vast majority of the land in Jamaica is unoccupied and unused, and nothing can stop us from making the entire population of Jamaica benefit from the ownership of land. Nothing can stop us.
Wow.
And we can do it
under this
individually.
government look like they want to take it and give your people. Hello, good night.
Yes, good night.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Small. Yeah,
Nice, sir.
Turn off the TV, please. It's giving the reaction.
Yes, man, it's off now. Just getting that done. Sir Small, long time start.
True, true.
Are you not hearing me?
Yeah, we're hearing you, man.
Yeah, man, I want to bless up Jerry, man.
I'm here.
Caller to his program, you know, and we've been missing him and looking for him. That's why I know everything good and him holding it firm. And the matter of reparation, though.
Yeah, I recognize the voice. Yeah, I recognize the voice. Recognize the voice.
The most of the time that Jamaica got in a lot of reparation.
You believe Jamaica get a lot of reparation? What are some of the reparations Jamaica's got?
Well, there's various schools across Europe who have recognized institution as a head of slavery back in the days. They have given you a lot of funds as a means of reparation. So even this reparation argument or the big reparation that's looking from England, and that England will eventually give in and give. I don't think it will benefit any individual person per se. I think it will start to be the same institution.
Which same institution? England?
England, UWI. I believe UWI will get all the reparation.
So you're believing that the $10 trillion to come is going to go to UWI?
Well, I am just tuning on. I saw Jerry Small, so I have not heard about the trillion to come. But I'm saying previous reparation have gone to UWI, and I believe any other reparation to come will go to UWI as well. So I don't think the majority of Jamaicans will.
All right.
Maybe the students will get a little bit, maybe the programs will be enhanced or why.
All right. Thank you for that perspective, okay?
I respect.
Jerry said the money we have come up a UWI ago. I know we are get it.
There's a reason why the caller is apprehensive. In other words, anxious and suspect say it go happen. There's a reason why the caller is apprehensive about that. Because quietly, a certain university in Britain, when it has been revealed that that university benefit from the enslavement trade, and it was founded on the money out of enslavement, they admitted that things to certain other people quietly, and representatives of the UWI negotiate with that university and get a whole heap of values, hundreds of millions of dollars values quietly. It kind of leaked out. The general public didn't know, and the general public feel hurt that it was done so quietly. That's why a lot of other things that happened in Jamaica history was done quietly behind a corner and under the table. So he's quite right there. At the same time now, one of the premier workers to bring out the facts about the reparation and the enslavement injustice, Hilary Beckles, it was because of his knowledge and his the place that he is strategically placed as vice chancellor of the university. Because of that, they were quick to make agreement and agree through him to hand it over to UWI. So when these things come into the public knowledge, it only gives us more strength. And it also puts us on the guard that certain section of people don't make quiet agreement. Because I've been talking a long time and showing people that the educated people from amongst us, whether poor or not poor, are in a
Yes.
special privileged position where the society people always try to draft them into their society. So
Yeah.
educated people always have a chance if them want to turn them back on the rest of the people and to benefit themselves quietly through joining up in the society. So through that now the rest of the people is becoming more aware that when we educate our people, especially with the foreign education, we are run a risk that them betray us and don't serve our interests and then become an agent of the other people them who is not for us. Like how Jamaica got turn a pawn for Boris Johnson and Jamaica government to work for overthrow a person from the Caribbean instead of working for the Caribbean, to become a traitor. Well, it's through education. Andrew Holness and Communina Johnson take them education and go join with the oppressor and carrying out works with the oppressor. So all these actions of the University of the West Indies quietly getting something. It will alert us to have checks and balances. Everything we find out, is going to cause you to hold on 1 minute. I can finish one sentence. Everything that you find out is not being done properly when cause you to invent another contraption or to have a check and balance against that.
Yes. Well, I think that's where we can leave it for tonight.
Yes.
We know Bongo Jerry will be back next week, Thursday. He has asked me to pull together a panel for him to have a discussion. And we can safely say Jamaica.
You said Thursday or Tuesday?
Thursday.
So Tuesday is correct.
Yes, and then I will have.
And you will try to make him return.
Yeah, all of you will be on Thursday.
You will try to have him return. All right. Well, okay, that's a deal. That's a deal. I hope the ladies take the deal.
All right, I'll do my part. You can equally work on it for it to become a great discussion. All right?
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you, Uncle Jerry. Be blessed. Yes, Jamaica, we really thank Jerry Bongo Small to be on the program tonight. We're actively and closely monitoring the case of the 8-year-old student whose throat was slashed. I'm gathering that she's at the ICU at the Bustamante Children's Hospital. So we're asking you all to keep her in your prayers and pray that God will carry her through this time. And as you know, for those who wish to organize to get Uncle Bongo Jerry the devices that I've identified he needs, because seeing that you guys want him to come here more regularly and other programs, we need to make sure that he's in a position to be flexible and accessible. This man is a dynamic powerhouse. Sometimes him give you a parable, sometimes him come straight, him come in so many forms. But he's not predictable. That is what makes him an awesome co-host. It's the Enlightenment period, and the elders needs to guide this nation, guide the diaspora in the direction that ought to be. He spoke on the issue of true nationalism, Jamaica becoming the nation it ought to be from 60 years ago. That's a discussion that we should continue and add on, and we are sure to have it next Thursday. On Tuesday, the Paramount Chief of the compound, Chief Richard Curry, will be in studio with us. On Sunday night, a powerful professor on human rights issues, Indigenous people, and many other discussions on reparation will be our guest. Tomorrow night, remember Mr. Rattigan and Isaac Buchanan will be the co-host on this show. I can guarantee you tomorrow night, Jamaica, it's going to be a true revolution in Partner Draw TV. Bongo, thanks again for coming. Thanks again for coming. And to all who is listening, I appreciate you. And thanks for all who contributed to the platform tonight, to the 9 persons who contributed. I appreciate you. And for those who will contribute or will continue to contribute, all I know, me appreciate you know. Me appreciate you know. Yeah, man, Jamaica. And as I said to you, if there's anyone who wants to identify the phone for him, a tablet or a laptop and a recording device, please reach out to me. Reach out to me because Uncle Jerry needs these items. My name is Andre Stephen. And he not sign out, you know. He not sign out. He still love the program. Still love the program. Still love the program, Jamaica. This is what I respect about the man. He's still here with us. Jeremy, know you want to continue, but we will have that discussion ongoing. All right? My name is Andre Stephen.
Yeah, man, cool now.
But we'll continue next week, Thursday, with Bongo Jerry. Until then, Jamaica, keep well, keep blessed, keep positive, keep safe. Tuning out from the Andre Stevens Show tonight. God bless you, keep safe, and keep positive. Good night, Jamaica.